Hi, welcome back to the Story People channel. We are your host. My name is Joshua. This is my wife,
Sophia.
and we are happy that you're back here to continue on this journey with us. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the subscription. Those numbers are going up every time, and we are so grateful to you guys for following us on this journey. So, if you are here and this is your first time, welcome.
Welcome.
Why did you take so long? But we are so happy that you are here. And
That you
please,
finally came.
if you have not seen the other videos, please go and catch up so that you can understand where we are coming from. You know us better, fall in love with us faster. So, welcome back again. And today, like we mentioned the last time, we'll be talking about how not to kill yourselves. Because no matter how much you love people, there will be times when they will hurt your feelings. Sometimes not intentionally. No, it shouldn't even be intentional. If they love you, they won't hurt you intentionally. But differences in opinions and everything like that can happen that can lead to conflict and hopefully not fighting per se, but conflicts. And today we are no different. We had a few conflicts. There were not so many, thankfully, and they were not. None of them was big
Yeah.
enough to say, "I'm done. I'm working," and then people will now start sending village people to come and beg you, and then you guys will come back together or anything. So we didn't have any of those kinds of fights, but we had our own conflicts. And today we'll be telling you how we were able to resolve them, the things that we learned along the way, and they might help you guys if you are married or in a relationship, or maybe even with your friends, your family members, So, let go.
So there was this day where we're preparing towards our wedding, and the whole lot of things that go down to preparing for the wedding, tests, series of tests, and all of that. So this particular day, we're supposed to go and take a series of tests so that we could sign in for our marriage counseling, right? Yeah. So I had prayer in church with my unit, Ambience Joel Citizen Supply Church. We had this morning prayer going on then, and it was supposed to end by 7:30, but because of some other things, it would usually extend a bit for 15 minutes to 30 minutes extra sometimes, but usually 15 minutes. So we're supposed to meet for 8 a.m., right? And I told him that we would finish 7:30, but it should, let's just fix 8 a.m. because of the extensions that usually happen, but maybe around 7:45 we'll be done or something. So we said cool. Then I came, 7:45 we were done, and then because I told him that I wanted him to come by 8, I did not call him, so I just was waiting in church that okay, 8 a.m. he will show up, and I know he keeps to time. He'll show up and then all of that. So I was just waiting in church, trying to catch up on a few things, and I saw that time was going. It was 5 minutes to 8. It was 8 a.m. It was 8:05. It was 8:10. It was 8:15, and I was wondering what's going on here. But I still did not call because on a normal day he keeps to time. So I was just chilling and all. After I stayed for almost 30 minutes after it, then somebody walks into church and he's like, you are here too. Are you going to meet Lord Josh? I'm like, Lord Josh? He said, yeah, he's across the street now. I think he's waiting for you. So I'm like, oh, where? Then he's like, there. So I went out. I started looking for him. I found him somewhere. He was just waiting and pressing his phone. I started getting pissed. Like, I don't understand. Why did you not come into the church? Why did you not call me? I thought we had an appointment for 8. I didn't understand what was going on, really. I was just like, are you kidding? We have things to do today. Why didn't you? So anyways, I crossed over and I saw him there, and I was like, why didn't you call? How long have you been here? He said since 8. I'm like, why didn't you call? He said, that he did not see anybody coming out of church, so he assumed we were not done. I'm like, you did not see anybody coming out of church because they were all gone. I was the only one left there. And I was just really upset, like, just allowed us to waste over 30 minutes of our time. You could have just called me. And then he too is like, why didn't you also call? I'm like, yeah, and then at that point I'm like, I told you that we were going to finish by 8. Now you should have called. And at that point I was really just, we should have called. I was not the one I was supposed to call. And so we started walking on the road, and of course it was going to move on from it, but I was just still pissed, like. So I just started walking in front. I left him. I started walking in front. I was just going on my own, going. Then we're supposed to withdraw. So I got to the ATM. I crossed. We withdrew, and no, when we were there on the line. So when we were not there on the line, I started talking to him back. Of course, started talking to me like nothing happened. So by the time we were done with the test and everything, no, yeah, on our way back, and I said, I'm sorry that I snapped at you that time, and he's like, you didn't even need to say you're sorry. That for me, the point he started talking to me back were good, and I was like, oh, okay. Me, I wanted to say I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. I want to say all the official sorries and then we move on. But he was like, he's good. The way we are sort of built differently can cause conflict, but it's also one of the things that makes life easy for us. Because if it was somebody like me who is like, why didn't you self call? So of course to now be on that point, why didn't you call? You should have called. No, I should have called, and then it's now become a big argument.
Yeah, do you guys just notice how little things, they are the things that cause the big fights if you allow them? I've had this illustration so many times. I don't know if it happens in real life when they say that a couple falls because one presses the toothpaste from the bottom of the tube, another presses from the middle, and then why don't you press from the middle? What's the big deal? I can press it from wherever I want, and then it becomes a fight. Or she likes to put the lights off in the room before sleeping. Me, I can sleep anyway, so which is good. But some people like to put their lights on, so that can be a conflict. Put the light up, put it on, put it on, and then you guys a big fight. I'm going to the guest room. Yes, I don't mind. Go and sleep there. And then it becomes a fight.
Don't sleep in the guest room.
No.
Okay.
I will never.
Okay, continue.
I make a solemn vow in front of the whole YouTube. So for me, what I usually think is we can either settle this fight now or settle it in 24 hours or 48 hours or in 2 years. So why wait that long to settle a fight? Of course, you're allowed to. I always tell her something. You're allowed to feel the way you feel. So if you say, I feel like you didn't treat me with respect, I won't say, how can you feel that way? You felt that way. I might have not meant to do that, but that's how you felt. So people are allowed to feel the way they feel. But it doesn't mean you should now take that feeling and then drag it out. And before, she was talking about how being different can be a point for conflict.
Yeah.
It can also be the resolution because we are different. Me, I don't take things like this, okay, except for time. Because sometimes when like, don't let us keep these people waiting. I don't want to be kept waiting. Let's go. So, but normally when things happen, there was a time that I was robbed and they stole my car, and somebody saw me and was like, this guy just took his bag and he was walking as if nothing happened. Now, of course, was I pained? Was I hurt? All of that. But I just feel like wearing a long face so that everybody knows that I was robbed does not help me. So I don't like holding things and I don't take things that seriously. Now, there are two sides to that. That means I don't worry a lot. But it also means that I can slack on things that it'll be fine. So she is not like that. She's a let's do it. Like she holds things
tight the word to my chest.
Yes. Like see this place is the word that is there. So those are two different ways. But if both of us were like the way I am or like the way she is, we might not. We'll have conflict. We might agree on things. When we want to push things, both of us will push it together. But when we have conflict,
all just
both of us just be like two rams banging their head against each other. So sorry. So that will not help. That will not help at all. So I think that helped us.
Well, one of the ways that we also help, like that we think helps to resolve conflict, is reading each other. Okay, now I'm a billboard. That means that any little thing that happens to me shows on my face. So when I'm super excited, I'm all like ecstatic, and then when I'm surprised and shocked, it's just there. Like I don't know. I don't try to do it. I just don't know how to conceal it. So I'm really like shocked. And when I'm agitated, every single thing is just there. And then he knows. It's as obvious as there was a day I said, I love you. And then he would whisper. Well, like he used to do it a lot over a period of time. So I'll be like, I love you. And then he whisper, I love you too. And then like 2 seconds pass and he's like, I love you too. So I'm like, okay, did you read my thoughts? I read my face. Now already like, why are you my face was already like, why are you whispering? Like, why are you whispering? So that happens. So it's easy for him to read me. So whenever something happens, he just adjusts. And he's a very sensitive person, very considerate. So whenever he feels like I'm uncomfortable with something, he would just adjust. Sometimes he will talk about it. And it's like he reads my mind. Anyway, I don't make it hard to read. So he's like, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, oh, how did you know? And but for him, I don't know how to read him a lot, but there are some times that the way I can tell for him
poker face.
It's not that poker.
It's poker face things.
Anyways, the way I can read him is by the energy, and it's usually when things have gotten intense, which are very few times. So after that you'll be like, did you notice there was something off about that argument now? I'm like, yes, but I'm not really sure. And of course, let me not say I'm not really sure. There are those times that it's really obvious that he was not really cool about it. But the good thing is, he moves on fast. He does not like let it linger. No, and of course, I don't allow it linger too. I don't like it. I don't like bad energy and
Yeah.
all of that. So that helps us too. When I feel like, okay, I'm pushing too hard, and I don't lack questions. So if I feel like I'm pushing too hard and I can't read this space, I'll be like, babe, did you think I went too far saying that, or did you think what I said was wrong, or did you think that person was, So I always ask that, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? Or did I say something wrong? Did you like that? And then sometimes you'll be like, okay, yeah, you should have said it like this. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. So
Yeah. And there's something I probably should mention, and it is knowing when to end a joke or knowing stuff not to joke about. You know how uh, recently one of our friends, people just kept badgering with the joke, just kept badgering with the joke, just joke. And of course, the guy can take jokes, so he didn't mind. But it got to a point where somebody joked, said the same thing, he didn't react again. I knew that it was too much.
yeah.
People usually don't know, especially guys. Guys feel like, it's my guy, he can take any joke, and you continuously joke and laugh at the person. See how you short, see your stomach, see your continuously joke. It's funny at first, the person laughs it off, but by the time it becomes too much, there was something that happened. So went to pray. Yeah, we had a retreat before. Yeah, before conference. I think we mentioned Freedom Conference a few times here. So we went to pray about during Freedom Conference. So we had a plan. We'll pray. We'll read the Bible. Do this. So it got to a point. I think we were supposed to.
We're running out of time. We did not start prayer early
exactly on
that
time.
day.
We had to do some things in time before we started the prayer. So we're supposed to pray and read.
Study the Bible. We're supposed to study the Bible, like a part of the scripture.
Yeah.
And
Anyway, so what happened was, I didn't understand what she was asking us to do. So I just kept praying or something. So I noticed that she was doing
we finished one session and then he's like, let's pray. I'm like,
No. There was, I think he said we should read prayerfully. There was, whatever she said, I didn't get it. So I kept on praying or something. So she was, I just saw that she was there. I was like, what's going on? He said, it's just prayer that you like. That it's just prayer. So I felt bad because I felt like I didn't know that we were supposed to do something else, right? So, but that day went. I didn't see anything. She left. So the next day we met in church. So, and then I now told that remember this thing you said yesterday, and talked about it's only prayer I like. I said, that she didn't even know that she said it. And I was like, I'm sorry. And I could see, there's a story of, sorry, and a story of the person feeling genuinely bad. I saw that she felt really bad about it. So, I was like, no issue. And then we left it. So something happened, and then I think maybe we were supposed to pray, and I said, you know that it's only prayer that I like. So she laughed, and that was it. But I knew that if I cracked that joke one time, it won't be funny again, because she felt bad about what she said. I could use it for a joke once. By the time I use it for a joke the second time, it won't be fresh again. It's just like, why are you bringing this thing back? Because it's something that she didn't like. So that would mean bringing it back over and over and over again. Some jokes are not, don't bother, just leave it. Especially joking about somebody's body. The person might have accepted the way they are.
yeah.
Like, for example, I'm bored. I don't think there's anything anybody can say that will make me feel bad. But if
you don't need to push it.
If you keep pushing it in my face, see how it's be, see how it's get. Eventually, you start feeling like, guy, what's your issue? Like, leave me alone. It might be funny at first when you say it once, but eventually, by the time people start bringing the joke back again, and guys don't know this thing.
No matter how cool your person is, there are just some things that just respect them to that point, and if they don't like something, don't say you must like it.
Yes, don't do that thing like this small thing that I say, you're not angry. If people feel the way they feel, give them the right to feel the way they feel. Of course, some people are petty, leave those ones. But I'm saying, people who feel bad, if you say you are so fine, and the person say I don't like it, leave them. That is it. Yeah. So finally, as we wrap this up, love really, I think, it helps solve a lot of conflict issues.
Yeah.
True love. When you love somebody, number one, you don't want to see them hurt.
Yes.
So you will not intentionally do anything to hurt their feelings. Secondly, so there's something that she loves to do. She loves to take meat out of somebody else's plate. Oh Jesus! And you know the funny thing? I've
Babe.
seen I've seen that stuff in movies, and how Kevin has made a joke. How you say somebody couple went to buy a drink. The girl saw the guy buying the drink. Oh, she did not say she wanted. Though. Now go back to the guy and say, "Can I have a sip of your drink?" Like, didn't you just go into the store to get? Why did you get your own drink? And then okay, take a sip, and then boo! Like, that is not a sip. What?
That is a drink.
Like people fight on stuff like that, and I can understand why, because you feel like I'll buy your own now, don't share the bill. So she likes that thing. Just cut out of your meat, or just take it, buy it, and drop it back. I used to feel like that thing will vex me, but the first time she did it, I just realized that I did not feel somehow that okay, and then she does it till now. We have not really eaten today, so maybe she has not stolen my meat today.
Is there every day still your meat?
Maybe don't let me. It's not every day like that.
It's not every day.
But it's almost every day. So, but she likes doing it a lot, a whole lot. It has not become annoying yet. I hope it does not become annoying. But really, the reason why, if anybody else does that once, the love of God will compel me to do it. I say, guy, what's
happening here?
what's going on? Why are you stealing my meat now? Not stealing. Why are you taking my meat? You know. So, but when you love somebody, it helps you cover up a lot of things that you will not take from people outside. For the sake of love and the relationship, you take it from them. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Don't take my meat again.
Well, you don't mean that. Set up for the camera. Yeah, I'll take his meat.
She will. I know. All right. Thank you so much, guys, again for watching our video. I hope it was fun and maybe you learned a few things.
Yeah, one or two things.
Yeah. So, guys, before we go, please remember to like this video.
And remember to also share there maybe a way you resolve your own conflict, one or two things or something you notice, just anything we want to hear from you too. We want to hear how you do you in your relationship.
Or did you break up because of a fight? What caused it? What was the conflict that could not be resolved? Are there conflicts you think are like there's no point resolving this one, let's just walk away? Let us know in the comments. And is there anything that particularly interested you in what we said? Again, in the comments. Thank you so much, guys, for watching our video today. Please, if you have not liked, smash the like button, smash it, smash the button, notification bell, so that you can know when we drop the next video. Comment like we said already, and subscribe. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Our videos.
Thank you so much.
I'm not kissing My lips are stained. Bye bye. Are they stained for real?
Yes.
Oh Lord.